Welcome back to Be Productive. I am your host, Clara Capano. One of my favorite things to talk about, as well as staying productive, is planning. You have to plan for your success, which means you got to put a plan in motion and then review it. What I want to talk about now is our plan for our finances. By being able to look at these, lay them out, and being able to pivot and adjust, at the heart of everything is, again, how we are investing and paying attention to our money. So to help us with this conversation, I am bringing my friend Noura to the stage. Noura with Nourasbooks. She has over 20 years of experience in this area. And we are going to talk about the power of having a solid plan so that you can pay attention to your bottom line. So Noura, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Clara. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I am excited to have you. You are a wealth of knowledge, and the things that you are sharing with us are really helping us level up. So let's talk about putting our plan together. We talk a lot about a budget, but the budget and the plan have to go hand in hand. So how does having a strong plan really support us in being able to manage and stay within our budgets as business owners?
So your plan is the first thing. This is like where you have your dream and like translate them into actions and everything. And then you want to translate that into numbers. So if you have everything laid out, like knowing exactly what you're going to need, for example, you want to say, I'm going to need $1 million in sale this year. Okay. So what do you need in order to have that? Like, is the current product, whether it's service or real product, is it gonna make you that much money? Or do you need to do something else, maybe outsource other services? Whatever you want to do, you want to identify that and put it into the plan. Okay, once you have that, what else do you need? Do you need more people to bring in? Do you need to have a contractor or maybe hire another person in staff, or maybe partner with someone like maybe in marketing, in accounting, whatever it is? What do you exactly need? You're going to break down everything. That's going to actually facilitate the budget. So you would put the budget and the forecast and you see, okay, this is what I need. Okay, how much I'm going to actually need for this. And you can translate it into a number after your research, actually talking to professionals who know in this area. Then you can put your budget based on that. After that, you see how is it gonna happen, like during the year, measure every time, like at least once a month, and see how is it going. You need to adjust your plan. Go ahead and adjust your plan. You need to spread that over a few months, but not like maybe in the first quarter it's not going to be able to, you're not going to be able to do it, because you figure out as you implement, you need to do something before that as a preparation. Then you can just adjust your budget, because a lot of us like get like, no, I need to do this. If I don't do this the first quarter, I'm going to be failing. No, no, because it's different when you have the plan. When you start actually doing the plan, you'll figure out sometimes like you'll need something, but there's no way for you to see it in the beginning, but you will see it as you go, which is normal. Don't freak out. Like, make sure like you just adjust your plan. Maybe you need to extend the time a little bit. Sometimes just putting the foundation is going to take long, but then your plan's gonna go on time. But just that foundation, sometimes no, you need to maybe extend another year, like instead of having everything in 1 year, maybe another year, which is fine. As long as you are making action into your plan every day, you're gonna be fine. But just be flexible.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's so important, and one of the things, because this is, my area that I work with a lot of people on, is I'm always so sort of astounded that less than about 30% of business owners have a plan. And you're right. How can you know the budget if you don't know the plan first? What I want to ask you now is, and you mentioned this briefly, plans change, and that means our budget might change. So how does this go hand in hand when you have to make some adjustments and adaptations, every quarter or every week, possibly? By being able to keep real-time planning, how does that support us when we have to make those pivots in our business?
So you know what you need, really. Like, so if you were planning to hire someone next week, you can say, okay, I'm not ready now. Even if you already spoke to someone you can just say, okay, maybe we have to delay this project. Even if you lost that person, that's fine. You're going to get someone else, but you have to do what's better for your business. We have to separate like emotions from business, because business,
Mhm.
you have to make like assertive business decisions. You have to actually make sure things like will run into your plan. You have to, maybe you are spending money on advertisements, but you're not making what you are supposed to make, like return on investment. So maybe you
Mhm.
are doing something wrong. So don't keep spending the money the way you're spending. Stop and consult with someone. Even if you have to spend some money consulting with someone or having someone to do that for you, it's gonna save you more money than just wasting money on advertisement. And that goes for everything. Just like I wanted to give you this example because it's very common. A lot of people, I did it myself in the beginning, like spending money, like nothing coming
Mhm.
up from this advertisement. Then I'm like, okay, I have to stop and learn or get someone to do it for me. But even when you get some people to do anything for you as a business owner, you need to have basic knowledge, so you know if that person really the right hire or not. That doesn't mean you're not going to make this mistakes. The
Mhm.
only reason you won't make mistake if you're not doing anything. If you're doing work, if you are planning, you're doing things, you're gonna make mistake. Accept that
Mhm.
and have it. Just see what you learned from it, and
Absolutely.
that's the process. I mean, that's the life of entrepreneurs, right?
Absolutely. Again, learning from those mistakes, making those pivots. But I think it also helps us make the right decisions because we have to make sure that when we're investing the money, it comes back to, again, our ultimate goals and visions. Now, I want to talk about the timing because we talk about real time and checking in on these, real time. But what about long term planning? Is that something that we should bring in when we're doing our budget too?
Yeah, definitely. Minimum, you should plan for a year.
Hmm.
Ideally, you want to know what's your exit. What are you going to do with your business? Is this a business you want to like keep like for your kids to take over, or is it something like you want to do for the next 10 years of your life and maybe just sell it? Or do you want to actually have it running and then you have that business pay for your retirement without you doing anything? You want to decide on what your exit plan is. This is the first thing. And then you want to actually be able to plan maybe 10 years. It's not, you're not going to have a lot of clarity, and that's okay. You just want to see like where you want to be at 10 years, then go back 5
Hmm.
years, 3 years, and then 1 year. No, understand that's not going to be the way it's going to go exactly, but you have a direction at least. So like you're putting on the GPS, this is where I want to go. So it's easier for you to plan, but you're going to have to change along the road. Like people who had business started before COVID, they probably changed like totally everything after COVID happened, right? Which is fine, but at least they had a vision. Now they have to probably change it a lot, or maybe change the way they deliver the service. Before COVID, it wasn't really
Hmm.
acceptable to have a lot of people like doing taxes, like you need to see that person. Now, like I don't meet any of my clients in person, and many of the other tax professionals don't. We all
Hmm.
like just meet on Zoom, and they trust us, we trust them, and like this is acceptable now. Before COVID, it wasn't. And we don't know what's going to happen in the future as AI comes and you need to be flexible, but you need to have that long-term plan. But the minimum, like details, you want to have it, that detail for the year and revisit it all year long.
Yeah. And I think you're right. Again, it's great to have that long term vision of what you want to do. You just have to be able to adapt as you need to. And I think, again, going through the pandemic was a great example of that. And, you're speaking my language because I'm all about the plan. And again, we can't know how we're going to use our money unless we have that plan first. So, Nora, I know that you help people with this. Again, you've been doing this for over 20 years. Where can people connect with you and reach out to you if they want to learn more about your services?
Sure, they can go to my website, nourasbooks.com. And from there, they can go to contact us, book a call with me, like I'll see them on Zoom, and they can go to any actually social media that everything is linked under my page, including my YouTube. And I'll be happy to talk to everyone that needs help to help them implement their vision.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Nora. You are a wealth of knowledge. I love having you on the show because you are really teaching us and guiding us to make smarter decisions with how we're investing and protecting our money. So I just want to make sure that all of you are taking lots of notes as you're doing this. Again, we want to have long-term thriving businesses, and we can't do that unless we have a solid plan to make sure we're investing our money, our cash flow, our capital, everything in the right way. So hopefully you took lots of notes, and we have even more to come. We'll be right back after this short break.